Hey, how's it going YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Golden State Warriors could potentially be the best team in the league next year. Now, I mean, they're going to be on their 2K rebuild type shit, as I mean, like, they're going to go from literally the worst team to the best team in the entire league going into next year. As I mean, you only see this type of stuff in those 2K rebuild type videos, as I mean, it's literally a challenge worst to first, and the Warriors are in prime position to do something like that. Now, I'm going to be giving 3 legit reasons how Golden State will be the best team in the league next year once they are healthy and once they come back. So I really do think that they have a chance to be very, very good next season, even finals contenders. Go from the top lottery chances to winning the NBA Finals. That is a very, very big turnaround, and I'm going to be saying how I think the Warriors can accomplish that. So yeah, but without further ado, without remembering too much, just get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason for this video is going to be that the Big Three will be back in action, and what I mean by that is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green will all be healthy going into next season. And this is a huge deal because pretty much all 3 of them haven't even played half the season this year, and I mean, they all been down with injuries. Klay Thompson obviously not playing this year at all due to his Achilles injury, Steph Curry's broken hand, and Draymond Green will, because I think it said something with his quad, but I think they're just not playing him because they're tanking at this point. So I mean, all 3 of them aren't playing at all, and they're obviously going to be back and healthy going into next season. And the last time that this Big Three was together, and it was only these Big Three, no Kevin Durant, they set the all-time win record. So I mean, it's safe to say that these 3 players play very, very well together. And I mean, the reason I think they're going to play so good together is because, one, Kevin Durant's gone, so I mean, you're going to be able to see like a re-energized, rejuvenated Big Three. They're finally going to get to be the best 3 on the court again. They're finally going to be able to like play with each other, not have to worry about giving Kevin Durant his touches, and they're finally going to be able to play together at full strength and really do what they used to be able to do back in 2015 and 14, the years back then where they were dominating the league as a Big Three. And then also, I think Draymond Green's going to benefit from this a lot, as I mean, Draymond Green without Curry and Klay, everybody was making fun of him. He wasn't that good. I think Charles Barkley said the dude was averaging a triple-single. That's what started a little bit of beef between them. It was pretty funny. But I mean, Draymond Green is not a player that's meant to be like the leader of a team, gonna help you be an all-star level player by himself. He's one of those grit and grind, like Dennis Rodman type players. Plays extremely hard defense, is your dog. He's gonna get in your face, grab boards, do all the dirty work that you have to have on a championship team. And he is a very elite level player at doing that. I think people forget that this dude's a 2-time defensive player of the year. The dude's a very good defender, but he's not a scorer. That's not what he's meant to do, and that's why he doesn't get nearly as much credit as Klay Thompson and Steph Curry does for the success of this team. So I mean, Draymond Green's gonna be back, and he's gonna be the same Draymond, get in your face, talk trash, get rebounds, probably average a double-double off of rebounds and points. So I mean, I am not worried about Draymond falling off a cliff or anything like that at all, like a lot of people are trying to make it out that he is. Klay Thompson, he's going to come back, and I mean, really, I'm not really too worried about the Achilles injury or ACL. He tore something, I know that. But I mean, because Klay Thompson literally is notorious for getting like 40 points off of 0 dribbles. I mean, he doesn't need to use his athleticism very much at all. He doesn't drive to the lane very much. He's just one of the best shooters of all time, and he's a very good spot-up shooter and off-the-screen shooter. And I mean, he's just a very, very good shooter, and I mean, obviously you already know that. So really, he doesn't have to worry about his explosiveness or his athleticism that much, and I don't... Okay, pause. So I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, what about his defense? He's a very good defender as well. I know he's a very good defender. I think he's going to be fine. So that's why I didn't mention it. But yeah, I know he's a very good defender. I know he has to worry about his athleticism a little bit on defense, but I don't think his defense is going to be affected that much by this injury. So yeah, but now let's get back on with the video. I don't think this injury is going to set him back that much at all, as he's used as mainly just a very, very excellent shooter. And I mean, I don't think you're going to have to worry about him at all. I think he's going to recover from this injury fully, especially with this year kind of being a complete year off. I think he's going to be a very, very well set going into next year, and I think he's going to be the same Klay Thompson we know and love. And then Steph Curry, in the one game that he came back before the season got ended, he played very, very well, and that was his first game after, missing 3-4 months of NBA action, and he played extremely well. Steph Curry is going to be Steph Curry, MVP level, one of the best players in the league, best shooter of all time. time. He's just going to do what Steph Curry does, so I have no worries about that. So their big three is once again going to be one of the best big three, if not the best big three in the entire NBA going into the next season. And now my second reason is going to be that their starting five is still going to be one of the best in the league. Now, what I mean by that is obviously they have their big three, but they're going to have two extremely good role players at the small forward and center position. As yes, they lost Kevin Durant, but you replace him with Andrew Wiggins. Now, Andrew Wiggins is nowhere near the player Kevin Durant is, don't get me wrong. But Andrew Wiggins has shown tons of promise since joining the Warriors on the defensive end, and he's played very well offensively as well. So if he can get him around 15 points per game, play some good defense, 3-and-D type player, you can't ask for much more. And I mean, he's probably borderline all-star if he does improve a little bit and maybe average 20 points per game. And I mean, I think for sure if he just gives you around 15 points per game, that's going to be a huge thing for the Warriors, and that's really all you need when you're playing with Steph Curry and Klay. I mean, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So I mean, I think Andrew Wiggins is going to fit perfectly with this team. And then in the draft, due to how bad they are, they're going to probably get a top 5 pick at least. And I mean, most likely they're going to get a top 3 pick. So I mean, they have the potential of having a starting lineup of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and James Wiseman. And if they don't get James Wiseman, they might get Isaiah Stewart or even Okongwu. Now, the reason I only said Okongwu is because I don't know how to pronounce his first name. But if you're a college basketball fan, you know he's an extremely good defensive center and rebounder, and the dude's an absolute beast. But James Wiseman, if they can land him in the first pick overall, that would be literally a perfect fit for this Golden State Warriors team. It would give you someone that can be extremely physical in the paint, extremely strong. He can get boards, play defense. He's good in the pick and roll. He has a little bit of a mid-range game. He would just be literally perfect for this Golden State team. And I think for sure that, if they get either one of these three guys, they're going to be extremely good off. And even if they don't get the first overall pick, maybe they even package the first pick with someone else and gets even another superstar. So, they can do so many things due to how high this pick is going to be. And no matter what happens, their starting five is going to be extremely, extremely scary for any other team in the entire NBA. And now my third reason is going to be that they're once again going to have these strength in numbers. Now, it might not be to the point to where it once was when they had Harrison Barnes coming off the bench, Sean Livingston, and a whole bunch of other very, very good players off their bench. But their bench is still going to be one of the best it has been in a very long time. As when they played the Toronto Raptors, that was their biggest problem. Their depth was absolute trash, and you got that because you kept having to pay your stars such big salaries that you were not able to afford your bench players. Well, now with Kevin Durant's salary gone, they kind of, and with them playing so many young guys, you really got to see what you have on your bench. And they are showing tons of promise, some of these young guys. Damian Lee has played very well with the Golden State Warriors when he started. Marquise Chris has actually somehow shown a lot of promise since they traded away Willie Cauley-Stein. And Marquise Chris has been a very solid player, and I would like to see them keep him around next year. Jordan Poole, he's played pretty solid off the bench. Pascal, he's a very solid player, and I really like him, and the Warriors should definitely keep him. And then obviously Kevon Looney, another very good center and big man off their bench. So, all these would be very great role players on a contending level team. They give you around 10-15 minutes a game, and now you have a lot of rest for your starters, and your bench is very deep, which is very, very important when you're going all the way into the NBA Finals, deep into the playoffs. So, with how many injuries they've had, if they have a good bench, that's going to be able to help them prevent the injuries that they got, but also rest players if they do get nicked up, which is not a luxury they had for the past few years when they were healthy before all the injuries actually hit. So, with all that said, I think the Warriors for sure could be debatably the best team in the league next year, if not a top 5 team, and they're definitely going to be a contender if they stay healthy going into next season. So yeah, but I want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you think the Warriors could potentially be the best team in the league? Do you think they're going to go from worst to first? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you did like the video, at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button. The absolute world to me. Y'all been showing tons of support on the channel lately, and I cannot thank y'all enough for that. And all glory to God. Really, I just pray that this coronavirus gets cured. They find a vaccine. People stay healthy. Just stay healthy all around. I hope y'all stay blessed. Stay everything. I pray for y'all. I'll be praying for my family and all y'all to also stay healthy. So yeah, but God bless. God first. And pretty much just peace. See you on the next video.